Yeah, then he pulled down his
Hey,
pants and
Jed.
was like,
Hey, Lorenzo.
oh, hey, dude. What's up?
I just got off the internet right now. Okay. You won't believe the type of corruption in basketball that's happening right now. So let's just jump into it. Coming in at number 5, an upset city. Imagine this. Your hometown team, the team you grew up watching, celebrating, and everything in between, was stripped away and taken from you. Well, this was exactly the case in Seattle after the 2007-2008 season. Clay Bennett, an Oklahoma native, bought the Seattle Supersonics in 2006 for $350 million. Because of this buyout, the Seattle population feared the moving of their hometown team. Clay Bennett already had a strong relationship with David Stern, the NBA commissioner at the time, and because of this, the move was much easier for Bennett. Clay Bennett began to rip apart the successful franchise by releasing star players in Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis. While doing this, he mocks the fans by saying, "We are committed absolutely to winning championships, and as we make these decisions, we keep that goal in mind." The moving of the Seattle Supersonics to Oklahoma was imminent, and that was what really devastated the city of Seattle. Now at number 4, career roadblocks. The NCAA scandal is the most recent example of corruption within basketball. On September 26, 2017, 10 men were arrested because of the scandal. The scandal basically consisted of major brands, mainly Adidas, funneling money to top high school players so that they can commit to a particular school and eventually sign to that brand in their future NBA careers. Brian Bowen, a top 20 recruit out of the class of 2017, Louisville commit, and a future NBA player, had his eligibility stripped from him when he was suspended in May of 2017. James Gatto, Adidas' former global sports marketing director, supposedly had $100,000 funneled towards Brian in order for him to commit to Louisville. Because of his involvement within the scandal, he was forced to transfer, and he now attends South Carolina to play with the Gamecocks. His return to the NCAA was pushed up until January of 2019. Even though Brian decided to forego his time at South Carolina and enter his name into the draft early, this was still a major roadblock for him. At number 3, we have jobless. Due to the NCAA scandal, many people lost their jobs, and 10 men were even arrested. All these people had very high positions, and for them to have their jobs stripped away was very heartbreaking. Some big names that lost their jobs are Rick Pitino, Louisville head coach, James Gatto, Adidas marketing director, Sean Miller, Arizona head coach, and Christian Dawkins, a sports agent. The loss of these people's jobs had many repercussions. For instance, since the firing of Sean Miller, all of Arizona's recruits for the class of 2018 decommitted, one of these players being Javon Quinterly, who is now committed to Villanova University. Other players that decided to not go to Arizona include Sharif O'Neal and Brandon Williams. Number 2. March rejection, Louisville. As we all know, March Madness is one of the biggest events within college sports. For a team to even make the tournament is a huge deal for their program. For some background, March Madness has 6 rounds and one preliminary round where 8 teams play for a spot in the tournament. There are the first and second rounds, the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, Final 4, and finally the National Championship. Louisville has had a rich history within the tournament through its consecutive visits and their 3 national championships. It is very rare that the Louisville program does not make the NCAA tournament. Because of the NCAA scandal, their program took a major hit by losing head coach Rick Pitino and 5-star recruit Brian Bowen. Through all the madness, the program began to fall and lose traction. The program went 9-9 in conference play and did not end up making it into March Madness, even though they did decent within the ACC tournament. Last but not least, number 1, the downfall of the Mecca. Whatever NBA team calls New York home should be America's team, because without them, we would still be playing with peach baskets. Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in all of basketball, holds one of the worst teams in NBA basketball. With 8 straight seasons with 50-plus losses and many off-court incidents throughout the past years, New York, the mecca of basketball, has had a real downfall. This is all thanks to one man, James Dolan. His early years were riddled with drugs and mugshots, and his mental illnesses has hurt his ability to manage the team correctly. Dolan has not only ruined one of the biggest markets in basketball, but has hurt the reputation a ton. New York used to be a very popular destination for big free agents, but their losing streak has been unattractive for those players. James Dolan has brought in poor management and most of all has built a horrible roster. His decisions have not only lost money for the market, but has weakened the basketball powerhouse for a very long time. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more content and more top 5s, check the link in my description.